Adjustments. It's a fine line between planning and analysis paralysis, because both can be debilitating. So it's true that sometimes you have to just put out a minimal viable product or just try things out, keep taking action until you figure it out. But it's also true that a lot of people are mistaking activity for progress and just running on a treadmill. They think they've run a marathon, but they've really run a marathon on a treadmill. So they haven't gotten anywhere. And the thing about adjustments is that I did a podcast called Learning is the New Doing, that the world that we live in is so complex that if you don't understand what the F you're doing, that you'll spend your whole life in meaningless activity. A lot of people think they're doing great things, but they haven't peeled layers of the onion. They don't understand that they're attacking life at a superficial level, so all their action is superficial. So you have to spend time learning, researching, planning, follow the maxim, measure twice, and cut once, but you have to act. Like you can't look for perfect knowledge, but you have to look for good or good enough knowledge. The idea about a minimal viable product is that and it's the same thing in relationships and in life, in a business, you learn by doing and you learn what the market wants and you adjust to it. It's kind of like a running back. If they don't follow their blockers, then they're going to get tackled because they don't have any protection. They have to wait for the hole to open. But if they just stay behind their blockers and they don't really burst out into the open when they start to get an opening, then it's going to be too late because the opening is going to close. That's why they call it a window of opportunity. So you have to know when to hold back and let things develop, and you have to know when to exploit. It's kind of like they've done research on the optimization between exploration and exploitation. Exploitation not in a bad sense, but in terms of like utilizing what you already have and know. So there's a time to learn, research, plan, study, think, rest. All those things are critical. But there's a time to like not wait for the perfect moment and still get into it also. It's kind of like you can feel it. You can feel like if you're very intuitive, like this is my time to get into it and learn by trial and doing. And sometimes that's not working and you realize like I've been doing that too much. I need to take a step back and think about what I'm doing.